The dark side of the moon is hiding a secret that China has just revealed to the world. They found hidden structures below the lunar surface that are unlike anything we've ever seen before. Are these structures ice, glass, or alien technology? Yeah, probably not the last one. Let's explore what these structures are now. The dark side of the moon is the side that we never see from Earth. The side that always gives us the cold shoulder. And we like to call it the dark side because it sounds cooler and more mysterious. Or maybe because it's just dark for Earth. Also, just between you and me, we just might be huge Pink Floyd fans. Anyway, the dark side of the moon is very different from the near side that we're familiar with. It has more craters, mountains, valleys, and less flat areas. It also has a much thicker crust, which makes it harder to study what's underneath. That's why China looked up at the moon and thought, hey, let's visit the side that's always playing hard to get. And in 2018, they sent their Chang'e 4 mission to do just that. But why did they name it Chang'e 4? Well, it's because China's lunar program is inspired by Chang'e, the goddess of the moon in Chinese mythology. However, reality awaits us. Now, Chang'e 4 isn't one of those solo travelers. It's more of a dynamic duo, with a lander and a rover called yutu 2, which translates to Jade Rabbit 2. On January 3rd, 2019, the lander touched down in a huge crater called Von Karman, which is about 110 miles wide and 8 miles deep. The rover then rolled out and started exploring the surrounding area. But what exactly was Chang'e 4's mission on the moon? Let me explain. They wanted to use this special instrument called a lunar penetrating radar, or LPR. Think of it as a moon detective's radar. This LPR sends radio waves underground and listens to their echoes. Then, LPR gives us a map of what's happening below. Rocks, layers, cracks, and maybe even some... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But let's not go there. Let's stick to the facts and the possibilities. And that's exactly what China has just shown us. The LPR scanned up to 1,000 feet below the surface of the moon and found some hidden structures that were out of this world. Literally. Because they're on the moon. Get it? No? Okay, moving on. In 2020, scientists used yutu-2's LPR to map the upper 130 feet or 40 meters of the moon's surface. However, new data has allowed scientists to visualize up to 1,000 feet or 300 meters below the surface in finer detail than ever before. These new data suggest that the top 130 feet of the lunar surface are made up of multiple layers of dust, soil, and broken rocks. As they scanned this layer, the scientists noticed something else that was hidden within these materials. It was a crater, formed when a large object slammed into the moon. The researchers hypothesized that the rubble surrounding this formation was ejecta, debris from the impact. Farther down, scientists discovered 5 distinct layers of lunar lava that seeped across the landscape billions of years ago. The thickness variation of these lava flows suggests a decrease in eruption scale over time. This discovery also gives us clues about the origin and evolution of our closest pal in space, and maybe even our own planet. But how did these lava flows form in the first place, and why did they stop? To answer these questions, we need to go back to the beginning of the moon story. Well, you probably heard how the moon was born. Some big bully from outer space came and smashed into the Earth, and a piece of our planet flew off and became the moon. Ouch! That must have hurt. But the pain didn't stop there. For the next 200 million years, the moon got pelted by more space rocks, making cracks all over its surface. And guess what? The moon had hot stuff inside just like Earth. This hot stuff, called magma, oozed out of the cracks and made a mess on the moon. It was like a giant zit popping over and over again. Gross! But now, the new data from Chang'e 4 shows that the moon got tired of being so active and decided to chill out. The lava flows became less frequent and less intense until the moon became a cold and boring place. Roughly a billion years back, the moon's volcanic party seemed to fade away. Although, surprise, scientists actually found some signs that there might have been some more recent volcanic action, like around 100 million years ago, which is pretty recent when considering the entire timeline. That's why many scientists labeled the moon as geologically dead. However, some scientists think the moon is still hiding some fire deep inside, but we haven't seen any signs of it lately. Maybe the moon just needs some space. But don't worry, Chang'e 4 is still on the case, trying to find some hidden gems in the moon's crust. You never know what surprises the moon might have in store. By the way, this is just the start. Chang'e 4 is part of a bigger plan by China to explore and exploit the moon's resources. China has ambitious goals to send more missions to the moon, including a sample return mission called Chang'e 5, which is scheduled for launch late 2023. China also plans to build a lunar base and send humans to the moon in the future. But why is China so interested in the moon? Well, there are many reasons. One is just scientific curiosity. The moon is like a time capsule that holds secrets about how our whole solar system got going. Studying the moon is like digging up ancient stories about evolution and origin of Earth. And you know what? The moon also offers a unique opportunity for astronomical observations. The far side of the moon is shielded from the radio interface of Earth, making it an ideal place to detect low-frequency signals from the early universe. And that's not all. The moon has some stuff we might need later on. For example, the moon has water ice in some of its craters, which could be used for drinking, farming, or making rocket fuel. And the moon also has helium-3, a rare kind of helium that could be used for nuclear fusion, a clean and powerful source of energy. But China is not the only one who wants to play with the moon. There are many other kids in the Sandbox who have their own toys and dreams. For example, the United States has announced the Artemis program aims to send astronauts back to the moon by 2024 and establish a sustainable presence there by 2028. The European Space Agency has proposed a moon village concept, which envisions a global partnership for building a permanent lunar base that could support scientific, commercial, and cultural activities. Cultural activities on the moon. Good idea. Also, India, Japan, Russia, and other countries are also developing their own lunar missions and technologies, including India's recent landing on the lunar South Pole in August 2023. But what does this mean for the future of humanity? Well, it looks like the moon is about to become more packed than your favorite pizza joint on a Friday night. Who knows? Maybe we'll even witness some moonwalks up there. Keep your telescopes ready and your moon boots polished, because the future is looking out of this world. But hey, don't think too much about the future. Just hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for more awesome content. If China's lunar mission interests you, you should check out this video on China's proposed moon base. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll be waving to your neighbor from your very own lunar backyard. But don't be too optimistic. If flying cars are still a joke, we have a long way to the moon. And yeah, I get that it's hard to not think about the future.